Hello, friends from the interweb. Thidumgamer here with another card game review. This week I'm going to be reviewing a rather new card game called Shard Hunters, the card game. It is from the company Lycan Studio, from their fantasy realm Unseen Domains. Now the game itself is recommended for ages 12 and up. It can be played 1 to 4 players with what comes in the box, and each game lasts about 20 minutes. Now what came with the cards, we have little blood shard tokens here. Still have them in their little case there, but that's alright. We have a deck of monster cards, and as you can see I've already got them in the backs. We have actually 4 of these rule cards and gameplay cards. And then a deck of heroes. Now the purpose of the game is to be the first player to have 5 heroes and win a hunt. Game setup is rather easy depending on the number of players you have, but a typical setup is every player will draw a hero card, and as long as it is a red hero card, they will keep that card, and that will be their first hero. Every player then gets 1 of the blood shards, and then you will deal out 7 monster cards to each player. Now each round or hunt is broken up into 4 combat rounds. For the first combat round, every player will play 1 card, and they get to choose out of their 7 cards 1 monster card. And I'll get into how combat is won, because it depends on what types of cards are played. The second combat round, everybody plays 2 cards. The third combat round, everybody plays 3 cards. And the last combat round, everybody plays 1 card again. Now each hunter will do different things depending on what type they are. The red ones give you a blood shard for certain gameplay requirements. For example, Ulrich the Judge, if you play 3 cards of the same value, you get a blood shard. So you definitely want to be keeping an eye on what heroes you have. When you have collected 3 blood shards, you can go ahead and buy your next hero. And what will happen is you will draw the first 2 cards off of the hero deck, take a look at them, and decide which one you want to keep. The other one goes into the discard pile. Once the hero deck is empty, you go ahead and shuffle it again and go from there. Now, how to win. If everybody has played just white or yellow cards, you total up the points or the value of the cards you played. Whoever played the highest value cards wins that round or that combat. They then take all of the cards that have been played and set them aside until the end of the hunt. If a blue card is played, that trumps the white or yellow, and with a blue card, whoever plays the lowest value card for that combat round wins the round. Now finally, if a red card, let me shuffle back down here, there we go, if a red card is played, it trumps blue, yellow, and white cards. What it does is whoever plays the highest value card wins that round. Now, if there is a tie, no matter what type of card is played, if there is a tie, the tiebreaker is to see who played the most colored cards. Now, blue, yellow, and red are the only colored cards. Whoever played the most colored cards in that tie is the winner of the round. If that is a tie, again, the round is considered a draw, and everybody takes back and sets aside the cards that they played. They have collected those cards. As I had said, to win the game, the first player to have 5 heroes and win a hunt wins the game. Now, the 1-player rules are the same. The gameplay is the same. How you set it up is a little bit differently. You will split the deck into 2 different decks. There is the one that the player will be playing out of, and then the Reaver deck that the non-player will be playing out of. The player, you deal out 7 cards to the player and the non-player. The player gets to choose what cards they play. The non-player, you just deal off the top cards of the deck, of their 7-card deck, to meet those requirements. With that one, again, same gameplay. It's whoever has 5 hero cards and wins a hunt wins the game. The only other difference in one-player game is the player will only draw 1 hero card, whereas the non-player, you will go ahead and draw 2 hero cards to start them out. Now, my opinions of the game, I have played this with my family. They enjoyed it, and it was rather simple to understand the rules to go through and play. We played a couple different rounds, and when I first got this, and we enjoyed it immensely. As for the age range, the card art is really where the 12 plus is recommended. Some children may be fine with the card art, some may find some of the monsters a little creepy. As for the 1 to 4 players, definitely wouldn't recommend playing any more than 4 players unless you are able to get a hold of a second copy of this, but then you run into the problem that you have duplicate heroes. Finally, the gameplay does take about 20 minutes to play. The rounds that I played were about 20 minutes, even under the single-player games. Now, difficulty level for this, I would rank it personally around a 3. There is a lot to keep track of. You have some strategy when you're looking at your 7 cards. What are you going to play the single card? What are you going to play these 2 cards, 3 cards, and 1 card again? On top of that, there are some heroes that do different things, such as I mentioned Ulrich, play 3 cards of the same value. Well, you're likely only to have 3 2s, so you may not win that 3rd round, but it's well worth the blood shard. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, whoever has the most cards at the end of the hunt also wins a blood shard. Some other players in here, if you play at least 3 white cards in a combat, you get a blood shard. 3 cards of different colors are played, you get a blood shard. The yellow cards, rather than giving you blood shards, give you bonuses, such as draw an extra card at the beginning of every hunt. 2 identical cards in the second combat get a blood shard. So some strategy involved, deciding what cards you're going to play, deciding which heroes you're going to choose when you are buying your heroes or hiring your heroes. So again, a 3 is it's not a difficult game to pick up. Every game I played has been very different because the heroes change how you need to play the game. As for replayability, definitely replayable. I've done multiple single-player games and multiple 2 to 4 player games, and each game has been different. Nobody really has an advantage depending on what hero they draw. It's really just deciding what cards you're going to play to determine whether or not you win a combat round or a hunt. And again, like I said, the age range. Gameplay, if a child is fine with the artwork, gameplay you could probably play with children 8 and up, but as always, it depends on how well they how well the child picks up rules and the strategy and gameplay. Very, very happy with this game. If you get a chance, definitely recommend checking out Unseen Domains in Lycan Studio. They have their website here, and of course I'll put that in the link in the description when I get a chance. But www.shardhunters.com, the card game. Definitely, if you get a chance to pick it up, a quick card game, a nice small portable card game. that is well worth picking up if you get a chance. Definitely enjoy this. But other than that, I don't have really anything else on this game. Definitely look forward to seeing any more that come from Shard Hunters and Unseen Domain, Lycan Studio as well. If you like the video, go ahead and give that a thumbs up. If you want to go ahead and share this video with people that you think might enjoy this type of content, definitely share it with them. And if you haven't, you want to see more card game or board game reviews, gameplay, playthroughs, things like that, go ahead and hit subscribe there. Well, I hope you enjoy your week, and I do look forward to seeing you next week.